Good morning, guys. Liz the Libido Lady here. I am finally getting a chance to do my video, which is a little bit of information for you all on what tantric sex is. And I might as well show you my awesome new shirt. How cool is this? Loving it. Ganesh, the Lord of Obstacles. Anyway, he's the great problem solver. I love Ganesh. Okay, so I'm wearing an Indian style shirt, so I'll talk to you about my experience in India with tantric sex. Okay, so I was in a place called Rishikesh, which is right on the Ganga River, which is where all the people go and wash away their sins every day. I don't know if anyone's been to India, but it's a really, really amazing sacred place. Anyway, so while I was in Rishikesh, I was staying in an ashram, and I was there for about 10 days. And during that time, I ate amazing vegetarian meals, and I was sitting in a place of complete silence as well. I had my book with me, Course in Miracles, which I've been studying for 10 years. And I really just had some time just to absorb being in Rishikesh, in this amazing spiritual place, and just being aware by being quiet. So anyway, after a few days of being in the ashram, I felt that I wanted to immerse myself in something for a few days, some kind of course, or because there was heaps of yoga courses and all that kind of thing available. Anyway, so I went for a walk in the morning, went down to the river, watched all the people bathing, and I looked down and there was a little brochure, and it said 3-day intensive tantric sex workshop. So straight away I'm like, okay, that's it. So I went and found this place, and the next day I started, and it was with this amazing Romanian guy whose name's Andre. And then there was 30 people, guys and girls from all over the world. There was other Aussies. It was just such an amazing group of people that I did this course with. So, I'd heard about tantric sex before, but I didn't really have any idea about it's actually a complete spiritual practice. So the idea with it is that we're energy, so we're flowing energy, and it's about focusing on our sex chakra, which is our sacral lower chakra. And with my program ladies, I actually do a whole meditation with that area to unblock that too. So the idea of it is that you rechannel that sex energy, which is especially with people with high sex drives like myself. If you rechannel that energy up into your third eye, it can make you feel so much more aware. So it's just rechanneling energy. So to do that, tantric people, they do sort of yoga moves. They're called asanas in the morning to help get that flow of chakra energy happening. And then the cool thing about it, if you practice Tantra, so you do that as part of your life every day, you're constantly rechanneling that energy up into your third eye, so your whole being feels so much more aware and enlightened. It means that sexually for men that they can perform for longer because they actually are in such a good energetic place that they don't have the release, so they can just keep going and going with sex without actually having to come. It's like they're coming over and over again without actually doing that. So that was what I really got out of it. Some of the cool practices we did in that was one was obviously we did these asanas in the morning, and one of the best experiences of my life was one day they cranked this really cool bassy trancey music, and the guys in the group stood in a circle facing out, and us girls had to make a circle around the guys. And we literally, to this music, had to stand in front of one of these men with like 30 centimeters apart, and to stand in front of him and stare at him in the eyes for about 3 minutes. And wow, what an intense experience with connection that was, especially with the powerful tunes in the background. So the first guy that I stood and looked in, I felt great sadness. I felt a sadness in his eyes, which was interesting to see. And yeah, I really felt him. It was an incredible connection. And then the second guy was really playful, so a little bit flirty, the staring at each other's eyes, which I found really funny as well because it made me giggly. But yeah, I just got to realize how close a connection and intimate you can be with people, especially people you don't even know, and what you can read from looking in their eyes. So that was awesome. The other most amazing experience that came out of that, ladies, it'll make you go, oh my God. I actually was shown by two ladies who had the best set of tits on them I've ever seen how you can do this amazing meditation. And one way that you do it is you can tone up your boobs. And the second is you can make them bigger. And these women had the best boobs. And let me tell you, I can tell you how to do this. I've breastfed, and my tits are still amazing because I do this. So it's just this, it's this meditation that you do where you actually, again, you're focusing on bringing that energy up, but then you're also doing this movement of rubbing your boobs, one way for toning and one way for making them bigger. So anyway, if you want to know about that, contact me and I'm happy to share how to do that, because I know after having children, a lot of our boobs don't look that good. A lot of my friends have boob jobs and I'm like, well, mine are still pretty good because I practice the Tantra stuff. So look, that's a nutshell of of my experience with Tantra. I'd like to definitely learn more. The next partner that happens to come into my life will get to enjoy that with me, because it's something that I want to experience. Because I know that we're energetic bodies. We're not just this physical body. And I've done so much self-work in the past 10 years to look at all my blocks and open my chakras. And look, I'm just feeling amazing right now. And I'd like to be able to help other people do that. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit long. But that was my experience with Tantra. And yeah. I'm the libido lady.